Alexis Farmer would have $7 million for being a 12-year one. And then it's through paying 20, 10, and 5 out of LA and New York, full-time agency contract, anti-slave trade, supermodels, talent, and producers to pay the model employees. But it's through Britany to pay the model employees right away, the $2 million. But they could have the $5 million and the $7 million. But it's through paying the 20, 10, and 5-year ones through Britany. So they would be paid right away, the $2 million. So that they can pay the ones who won for their country with Ford through 20-year ones out of LA and New York through Ford, full-time agency contract, supermodel talent, and producers, when it was replaced by this brothel for minimum wage 2007. So they couldn't commit to anything else, and they never went to school. And they were signed across the board for print, commercials, theatrical, runway, celebrity in-store presentations, and then the blogging. And it's by getting this $2,000 a year of spots on TV and the unheard of campaigns when it's a roster of slave trade and it's separate from party promoting or prostitution. And that's what funded their $10,000 a year for the past 14 years and the past 20 years. So that the ones who won through Ford as 20-year ones who won for their country can have the $1 million when they didn't party promote or prostitute internationally. And they commuted from the city to suburbia with family support. Most of the Ford models were with different agencies 2007 till now, but it was city-based. And they did it full-time without doing anything else. So it's the $1.4 million, 2001 to 2003, out of Ford, New York, anti-slave trade supermodels. Out of LA, Britany's the referral for 5-year models out of Miami who went to Dana Hills High School, like Sonia's husband, Michael Berry. She visited them in college. So it's like Sarah Cooley from Dana Hills worked out of LA with Ford models, and so did a 20-year Tracy from Orange County who was married. Sarah Cooley married a model and had a baby, but she's just a 5-year one. So they get the $2 million, like Bruna Zander. But a 20-year Tracy would get $10 million. They could start with that. So it's through Britany to pay these Ford models. Tracy was a Ford model for 7 years and signed with the agencies out of LA. So that they can pay the model employees the $10 million for doing that with Britany. And they'll pay the Abercrombie & Fitch models, 30 guys, 30 girls, who chose to not get nude for the $1 million a year when they were replaced by a brothel. And it's how many years they were signed with contracts out of the city. So the 20-year models could have the $1 million a year if they booked that. And they never got nude for a campaign. Out of the group who made the $1 million a year, they could have the $1 million a year for commercials and theatrical and their own brand. More successful than a Playmate who is bi-coastal, international, with a property inland, 2007, with their own brand for LA Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week. A sponsored brand with a design team. The $1 million a year for soaps when they were slave trade actors. And the $1 million a year for theatrical when they were slave trade actors. At Cannes, and they rejected that, so they earned it.